What's up, everybody? Today I've been driving around a lot because we've had heaps of rain in the last few days. It's been raining on and off today, and a lot of the rivers are blown out. So I've essentially been coming higher and higher up the catchment I'm in to try and find some clear water, and I've kind of done that today. You'll see behind me it's a little bit stained, but when you're copping heaps of rain and you're trying to find some nice clear fishable water, the best thing to do is to go up the catchment, because there are less streams and tributaries that are coming in, and as a result you normally get, you know, not as large a volume of water coming down, and generally that means it's going to be a little bit clearer for you. So today I've come down, I've got a 9-foot 4-weight with me. I actually got a normal floating line with a leader for nymph under dry on it, and I brought down a spare spool with a nymphing set up on it, like a Euro nymphing set up on it, just because I didn't know what I was going to encounter when I got down here. So we'll start out nymph under dry, and if it's not working for me and I think I need to change, we'll go to nymphing. That's why it's nice to have, you know, a spare spool and leader that you can just pop on and line. So yeah, I think we'll catch them. It looks yeah, it looks pretty good considering the weather we've been having. So yeah, let's go. All right, so I'm going to jump into this little bit here you can see behind me. The one thing I'm expecting from today is the fishing to be, and the fish to be patchy. And that's not uncommon when you get a river like this one I'm about to fish, where it has such a range of water types in a small area. Like this has kind of sandy, gravelly bottom, then a bit of high gradient, it drops into some pockets and some bigger boulders, then it has some timber across it. So the river's got to be fishing amazingly well for you to just be catching them kind of everywhere you go. So it'll be interesting. I'll pick up through here. I expect to hit some dead patches, but then I expect to find some, yeah, really nice water as well. All right, let's go. So I'm just starting with a little, like a nymph under dry there. In this flat water, nymph under dry is definitely the go, but when I hit the pockets, that's when I might be like, kind of want to Euro nymph through that stuff, depending on the volume of water and, you know, if the fish come up to eat the dry or what happens. So yeah, let's poke through. It's a bit tough, as you can see here, kind of like under the canopy here. So you kind of have to just make do and present the fly the best you can. It's a nice little spot. The first time I actually have a back cast, which is nice. That seam looks really good. Sure you don't want to eat the dry here, some Mr. Fish? Looks pretty good. This run looks very nice. It's not too quick, which is really good. Got to be careful when I do strike not to go into these trees. There he is. That's a nice one. I had to be very careful on that strike. You would have seen it was just like a flick of the wrist, just to make sure I didn't go straight up into this if I missed him. That's a nice little brown to start. Oh, in the tree with my rod. That's a lovely little brown. Thank you, matey. Well, it took, so we started
fished that little run there and then just below the log. And I was a little slow to start because that water looked good, but just being persistent and consistent in your fishing, it normally always pays off. If you fish enough nice spots well, you're probably going to catch them. I can't let it like fully turn over behind me because of all the trees. That's good though. Let's get this line out of the tail out. Should be one. Oh, he just came off. Giz. The dry, you would have seen it, it like did a half bob before it properly went under there. There he is. Did have to be one in that little nook there. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. Fishy. We did say it coming up. You can see there's a big underwater stick there, so you can't actually get a fantastic drift. So the spot was going to be here. And we missed one and finally got one, which is great. Might just flick it into the reverse before I jump in here and try and fish the run in. I do feel it's just too deep for me in this spot here. My seam is up there. Really? Wow. Feel like we're due another fish. It's just, where is he going to come from? Got him. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but I had to like pass my fly, my leader and stuff under this tree. He's a good one. It's a nice fish. Hey mate, thank you. He's got amazing markings, this one. Don't pop off. Look at that tail. That's spectacular. I actually just changed bead colour to pink then after I broke off on that log, just so I can mix it up and yeah, just keep tinkering, keep seeing what could be the best way today. But yeah, that fish, the cast went up there and the drift went down, 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 and then I just kind of had to throw my leader over here so I could let it pass under those limbs down there, and he was there. So that's yeah, a really cool, rewarding fish. So many blackberries in Victoria. It's a nice seam. You'd really think if there was a fish back there, there would be one here. I really don't know whether glasses on or glasses off is the way to go in this cloudy water. I just put my Polaroids on then. I don't think my visibility is any better than it was before. You can see how changeable this river is though. We've just gone from all this flat stuff with almost like semi-sandy bottom, and now we're in a beautiful bouldery section here. I'm just going to hit up that far side there. Got to be there, surely. I know you're there. You're there somewhere, sir. All right, I've just switched it to nymphing just for a little bit. They've been slow, like I'm not even getting them to look at a dry, which surprises me. So I thought just maybe fishing a single nymph will give me more control. I'll fish a lot deeper. Even though I had nymph under dry, I'm still tethered to the top, so I can get a much better drift doing this. So I thought I'll poke through some of this water. It's a little bit more broken now, so I'll have a nymph and see what that does. Very funky currents in this little bit though. Oh, that's zinged away. Got him. Ah, it's been really hard. You never know if it's going to show up as hard as it has been when I get the edit, because obviously you don't want to bore people with just endless nothing, but it's been slow. I resorted to nymphing just because I thought, you know, they're not coming up to eat the dry. I normally get them to eat the dry in this river. I normally polarate a few in tail outs and stuff, and I haven't been able to do that, so they're obviously down and just not doing much. So nice little fish. That's why I've been just throwing the nymph around in kind of painful spots like this, where I can like animate it and move it around sticks, because if I was to cast a nymph under dry in there, it would just get stuck and wouldn't be very fun. So we'll keep going. We'll try and push and catch another one or two maybe. Then I got to get some lunch, because I'm probably getting low blood sugar at the moment. They just don't like, they're not liking the fast water at all, which is a real shame, because that's the most enjoyable stuff to fish normally. Got him. He was in that soft gap again, up in that top little edge. They're strong little fish. Oh, missed him with the net. Come on, buddy. Beautiful golden fish. That fish is like insane. How's the colors on him? Thank you, buddy. Well, it just goes to show, swap to nymphing, I worked through all this treed stuff you can see just beneath me and hit that fish there, and then got this one here. So that's really good. That's a really good sign, because it was really hard. You want them to eat the dry and you want to fish the way you want to fish, but sometimes you got to change it up. So that's really cool. Okay, I've actually just put a nymph and a dry on my nymphing setup, because this pool, this like slow stuff is like the stuff they've been in, but I just thought I'm not putting the other reel on just for this spot, and they'll eat this, and I got no back cast anyway. So let's see. There he is. Oh, he's just popped off. That's good. I thought it was going to happen here. This is just the pace they've been liking. That, like as I said before, that fast water, which is fun, just has been terrible for me. And that can just be them shaken up after some big rains and the water being up high, and the fish in that water are maybe just locked a bit down. So There he is. Oh, he just came off. Oh, another one. What is going on? Wow, that's so disappointing. What can you do? What can you do? Well, what a hard, interesting, but fun morning there. I guess it just goes to show you that, you know, you can't pick the water they're going to be in. I said at the start, I said I thought it'd be patchy, but they just weren't in that amazing, beautiful, bubbly water like you want them to be, because that's the really fun stuff to fish. As you saw, hooked a couple of fish in the flat stuff there at the end just before I ducked for lunch. So, I mean, it just goes to show you, fish a bit of it all. Enjoy it, fish well, and you know, something normally happens. So we caught a few trout, that was pretty cool. I think it is going to warm up this afternoon, so, and the fish, I'm not sure whether it was me or just finding where they were, but the fish at the end this morning kind of came like at shorter intervals. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly learned something and found that really interesting, and yeah, I hope you did too. So I'll see you next video, guys.